Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to hear my trading and market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates. Hey, welcome back, everyone. The stock market hates only one thing more than bad news, and that's uncertainty. Uncle Frank has been focused on Swan Watch for months now, and I'm obligated to report a tidal wave of uncertainty to my subscribers. From Bloomberg last night, the U.S. stock market saw its longest losing streak since January as a handful of big tech companies sold off. Equities fell for a fourth straight day, with the S&P 500 extending a drop from its all-time high to more than 4%. Chip makers bore the brunt of the selling after ASML Holdings orders tumbled. Market darling Nvidia led the losses among the mega caps. And after a 10% stock rally in the first quarter, the strongest start to a year since 2019, investors have been increasingly skeptical about how much further the market could go in the near term, even accounting for the continued strength of the American economy. So Barron's added to the uncertainty. Why the stock market drop is far from over. And then from MarketWatch, Wall Street's fear gauge surges as volatility reawakens across markets. And then on the geopolitical side from Fox, the Ukraine war is lost, but Hollywood and Washington don't know it. And then from the celeb tattler, Ukraine breaches Putin's nuclear threshold. And then from AP, Israel says it will retaliate against Iran. And then in Forbes, Iran threatened fierce and severe response if Israel retaliates. So I'm sorry, we haven't gotten a swan yet, guys, but you have to admit, we're friggin' begging for one at this point. While I was hoping for things to calm down in the Middle East, these headlines from just hours ago paint a different picture. From Reuters, Hezbollah launches missiles and drones at northern Israel, wounding 14 Israeli soldiers. U.S. stocks dip as traders prepare for a wider Middle East conflict. And American F-22 Raptors are quickly deployed to the Middle East in response to Russian provocations. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm disappointed we haven't gotten a swan yet, but these headlines tell me when one finally lands, it's going to be a doozy. JP Morgan warns the U.S. could be headed for 1970-style stagflation, eroding living standards. Interest rate cut hopes push back after slower than expected inflation fall. U.S. deficit poses significant risks to global economy, warns IMF. The stock market is headed for a hard reset that could take years to recover from. But this headline from the Telegraph speaks the loudest. The economic buffers have been exhausted. One more shock would trigger financial Armageddon. And over in our goofy little world, AMC's stock continues rally, registering the best two-day stretch since October. AMC's stock, which snapped a four-day losing streak Tuesday, is rising on no apparent news. The stock is up more than 18% over Tuesday and Wednesday, its best two-day stretch since the 2 days ending October 9, 2023, when it rose 18.31%. Short interest as a percentage of AMC's public float is 16.06%, according to the latest exchange data. The stock is trading on volume of 25.23 million shares, compared with its 65-day average of 14.8 million shares. AMC shares have hit a series of record lows recently, falling 51.3% in 2024. The stock is down more than 99% from its all-time closing high, which occurred on June 2nd, 2021. Last week, AMC Chief Executive Adam Aron said that Chapter 11 bankruptcy is inconceivable for the movie theater chain. Isn't that great, guys? The best and only thing your CEO has to say is bankruptcy is improbable. A lot of companies and movie stars showed up to CinemaCon with exciting upcoming projects in hand. Did your CEO announce a new concert film for our distribution company? No. Just like he showed up empty-handed for our fourth quarter earnings call. All he did have to say was it's the 2025 and 2026 slates, not 2024's, that could make for a $10 billion year. He sure is worth 4 times more than they pay the Cinemark CEO, isn't he? If this bloated and overpaid pervert would just say he's done diluting our shares at near record low prices for the balance of 2024, I believe the stock would trade comfortably in the 20s just over Cinemark's. Who knows? Maybe that could even lead to a short covering event we've all been hoping for, and quite frankly, we deserve. But don't pin your hopes on Adam Aaron. And how do you guys like this meme thumbnail? Does it bother you, Adam Aaron fanboys? Because it should. AMC senior execs and board members haven't purchased a single share of AMC in over 5 years. It's actually 6 years. But they did manage to sell over $1 billion worth to you. Now that the stock is trading, over 95% off its all-time highs, they would like you to limit their liability. It's true. Go to SEC Form 4, type in AMC, hit search, right? And in the drop-down menu, select 6 years. You'll see Antara was the only insider to ever purchase the stock over the past 6 years. But they managed to sell $1 billion worth to us. Now they'd like you to limit their liability. What say you? Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.